Here are the sequence of events of what the two surviving roommates either saw or heard during the murders based off of the documents. So around 4 a.m., that DoorDash that Xana ordered was arriving. Likely around this time, Bethany and Dylan are either asleep or very lightly sleeping. Around 4:04 a.m., Dylan hears what she assumes is Kaylee playing with her dog Murphy upstairs. She obviously didn't know at the time, but Kaylee was reportedly asleep. This could have been the sound of the suspect either moving around upstairs or the initial entry. Around 4:08 a.m., she says she hears a scream, hears Kaylee scream, someone's here, and hears her run from the third story to Xana's room. Based off all the evidence, the timeline, and the documents, it is most likely that this was actually Xana. It's believed that since Xana was most likely awake, eating her DoorDash order, that she may have heard commotion going on upstairs, went to check it out, encountered the suspect, and ran back downstairs to her room. Around this time, Bethany also may have heard a thud or strange noise. However, it is unclear on the specifics of that. Around 4:10 a.m., Dylan says that she opens her bedroom door for the first time. She says she doesn't see anyone, but she was still alarmed, so she looked. At 4:12 a.m., Bethany says that she heard a loud noise that sounds like a firecracker and then sees a flash of light under her door. The source of that is unknown. I have seen theories that maybe he had a taser or stun gun, but realistically, we won't know. People have argued against that theory though, saying that you'd be able to see burn marks. However, I don't know if that's necessarily true based on the number of stab wounds they had. Right around this time, it's believed the suspect chased Xana down the stairs into her room, and this is when a very violent struggle happened. Right around this time, there is also a very loud thud that can be heard on a doorbell camera. We, again, don't know the exact source of that. However, it is worth noting that in one of the reports, the officer notes that Xana's desk was in a weird position. It is possible that during the struggle, it was either knocked over or she even tried to protect herself with it. Between 4:14 and 4:15 a.m., Dylan says she hears more sounds. It sounds like whimpering or crying coming from Xana's room. She then describes hearing a man's voice that she didn't recognize, saying it in a, quote, weird way. "It's okay, I'm going to help you." Ethan was obviously asleep at that time, so that really doesn't leave anybody else to be saying that to other than Xana. We will probably never know the reason he said this. My guess is that Xana probably called out to Ethan to help her, and he said in a sadistic, sick way, "It's okay, I'm here to help you." Around 4:16 a.m., Dylan opens her door for a second time and sees or hears more activity. She says she's very scared at this point, but still unsure of what's happening. She notes that she hears a lot of commotion during this time, hears a thud, and then the commotion stops. Around 4:18 and 4:20 a.m., Dylan says that she opens her door a final time and sees a man in black. She describes him as 5'10" or taller, not very muscular, but athletically built. She says he's dressed in all black, a mask over his nose and mouth, and has bushy eyebrows. She says he walks past her without acknowledging her and exits out the sliding glass door. She says she froze in fear and goes back into her room and locks the door. And of course, we know after this, the suspect's car is caught on camera leaving the area at a high rate of speed. Then following this is when the series of texts and calls begin happening.